Hey everybody, it's me Jamie from Jamie's Hook. Today is Vlogust Day 24 and I'm sorry guys, I meant to do a Vlogust for Saturday and yesterday, but things didn't quite work out and they didn't pan out 100% the way I assumed that they would. On Friday I was thinking I was going to go for a visit and it didn't happen. It didn't happen until Saturday night. So that kind of, turned into that. And then also on Saturday and Sunday, my sister and I, we both went walking, and we did 4 miles each day. And that wore me out significantly. It really, really did. I was thoroughly worn out on Saturday especially, but yesterday I was really worn out too. And I think it makes a really, really big difference if you get sleep. And I have a really bad habit of not going to sleep when I know I need to be, because then I get up and etc. And I think my body's already starting to get into that rhythm of waking up early. And so I'll, automatically start waking up early in the day, about 6ish or maybe a little bit earlier. I used to do that for my old job at the school district. I don't work for them anymore. I did quit them because of COVID. I felt that I could not work there and be in a safe environment. Also, I don't have a vehicle, I don't drive, and I did not feel that ride sharing or using public transportation was going to work out for me. I am in the works of working with the blind services. I'm trying to get my social security for that. I have been officially declared legally blind, thank God. It's been years. I have been trying to be declared legally blind, but my left eye has, and my right eye have 2 different levels of vision, and my left eye was always weaker than my right. My right kind of carried the vision, and I was always just like this close to being considered legally blind. So I was so blind that I could not legally drive. I couldn't pass a driving's eye test, but I wasn't blind enough to where I can get benefits from the state. And it was very, very frustrating. And so right now I'm in that works. I'm finally just old enough to where I can say, yes, I am blind. Help me out with this, folks, because I can't do a whole slew of jobs. You really don't take into consideration how fortunate, how lucky people are that you get to see. I mean, I can't even look at a computer screen for very long without it really giving me a lot of eye strain, and a lot of jobs, even though that they say they're EOE, equal opportunity employers, they usually don't like to accommodate anybody. And so it kind of puts you in a stigma in that box. And I fool people all the time. They think that I am just a standard, seeing person. And I mean, I function very, very well in, the 2020 world, 2020 vision world. But it's starting to get harder and harder as I get older. For one, if you're not able to have transportation, and especially now during COVID, I don't want to go on public transportation. It's a scary thing. So, I'm kind of just, I'm working on that. So that's in the works. It's in progress. It is taking its time, but as all things, maybe one day I will get my driver's license again, and maybe I will get my special driving glasses to where I can be able to drive. But honestly, I really do not feel safe driving. Though if this COVID situation continues, I might have to get behind a wheel again, but it's always with certain restrictions. But I really do feel that it is not a good thing for me to drive. And not that I was a horrible driver. I was decent, but the fact is that it just knowing how my depth perception is, it's hard to tell sometimes. Even just being a passenger, I practice and I look at things and I was like, that is not what it looks like until I get right up on it, and that's kind of scary. And I just don't want to go that far, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. I don't know 100% how I'm going to proceed with this situation, but I have to be creative and inventive about things. I have to really think smarter, which is sometimes not always what I do. I am not the brightest crayon in the box, and I know that. I have skills, I'm talent, but I'm not always the brightest crayon in the box, and then, I'm a little stubborn too, and I can be a little bit prideful. But at least I can admit it. So anyway, but enough about me in that regards. I'm going to show you my work in progress. So I actually did figure out, and it took me some time, I did figure out how to do a foundation double crochet. I looked at videos and I looked at diagrams, and it just wasn't working for me. I finally found a written pattern from somebody's blog, and really all I did was Google it, and I just clicked on the first one to see what it was, and I looked at it and I was just like, yes, I understand this. And so I clicked, it clicked for me in that way, and so this was the best way for me to start off with this project, which was the cocoon shawl, and to get the appropriate length that I needed without using a base chain, because when I was working with a base chain, it was either going to be too long or too short. I wasn't getting it just right, and so I came up with this idea for it, and here we go. This is how I've started it. Front post, back post, double crochet, and it's a little over 51 inches. I think it's like 52, 54, somewhere in between there. I don't really recall. I probably should have written it down. But anyway, so I'm already started to go into the panel here. Now, what I had originally started, I actually had to frog it a good portion. I frogged all this right in here, all this flat area, because I was doing it with double crochet, and as I was looking at it with the double crochet, see how it looks like it's kind of a nice straight line? This part right here, where the ribbing stops and the flat panel begins, it was kind of arching up a little bit, like the stitch was too long. And it was a double crochet stitch, because these are, front post and back post double crochets, but it wasn't looking right for some reason. So I don't, I just wanted to see what it would look like and give it a try, so I frogged it all the way back. And I did it with half double, which is a shorter stitch, and it worked out. And for some reason that half double is really working out a whole lot better than the double crochet. And I had already worked one whole skein of the I love this yarn acrylic, but then I frogged it. But it's working out really, really well. Worked out really, really good. And then on Saturday, I got this big pillow of yarn. It does. It looks like a giant pillow. Here we go. Ta-da! This is my Michaels order for all the pocket shawls that I'm going to make. And then yesterday, on Sunday, the other half of that order came in. So this is what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to open this up. I haven't opened it up yet. I've been waiting. I've been lazy all day. Nobody's home but me. It's great. I love it. It's peaceful and quiet. I watched like 3 movies today. It was great. Nobody was calling my name. I have to go anywhere. I didn't sit down and be with people. It was great. I know it sounds terrible, but if you live in a full house and you being by yourself is wonderful. Anyway, but I still wouldn't trade, you know, not living with my family. All right, I'm gonna open this up. I hope I don't cut my yarn. Okay. See which is in this bag right here. Sorry for the crinkle crinkle. Okay, here's my invoices. Yep. So this is what's going to tell me what's in these bags. Anyways, so they had it where you can get free shipping if you did an order over $59, which was easy to do, especially when it comes to yarn. Okay, so what is this? Impeccable. Okay, so I got the Impeccable, which is really not my favorite, but the colors were right, and this one is called Purple Impression Variegated. So this is what it looks like. At my line of sight, it's got some definitely, it looks like it's got black and white, and then a light purple, like a bluish purple, and then you got this red plum purple. And then you got a little bit of gray in there too. So I don't know if she's going to be all for this. Because when I was looking at it online, they said it was going to be like an ombre. And this is kind of what she wants. But I had to order enough for over 1,000 yards. And these are... How many yards are these? These are 187 yards. These Impeccables. It's okay. I mean, it's not great. You know? Like I said, Impeccable's okay. It kind of has that squeaky kind of feel to it. Can you understand what I mean by that? It's like, it's not, it just feels kind of squeaky. You know? Like almost it's kind of plasticky, in my opinion. Oops, sorry. I don't mean to hit my monitor like that. Okay. So that was 3 in a bag. That's 6. That's another thing. 6. That's 7, 8, 9. Is there any more? Yeah. 10, 11, 12. That's 12. Do I have any more of that one? Okay. No. That was it for that. So I purchased 12 skeins of that. So what is that going to be? I can't do mental math. Like I said, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. Now this one is what my friend already purchased. She already gave me the money for it, for me to make her a pocket shawl. This is the Loops and Threads Charisma. And I actually like this. I've worked with it before. I think I've worked with this color before as well. I think I have it actually in my house. But this colorway is called Ashes. Now, this is really soft. It is a bulky number 5. And it's 109 yards at 100 grams. And let's see. Yeah, it's 100% acrylic. So I'm going to give y'all maybe a better view of that. Anyway, so this is really, really soft. I really like this yarn, so I really hope that my pocket shawl is going to work out really, really great with this. So in this package, I got 1, 2, oops, sorry, 3, 4. So 3 times 4 is 12 as well. Okay, so that is the end of the bag. That first pillow of yarn. Now we're going to go open up the second pillow. Okay, oh, this one's ripping that just fine. Okay. Another invoice. Okay, see, okay. Alright, this Soft and Shiny. I actually like Soft and Shiny. I actually made a baby dress out of Soft and Shiny. This is Loops and Thread as well. This colorway is called gray. It's just gray, but it's kind of silver. It's got a sheen to it. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of lustering in the light. So it's really nice. It's very soft. I really like the feel of this. It's a very soft acrylic. So at 170 grams, it's 311 yards. So I ordered, again, 12 skeins of this. Now, at 311 yards each, that gives me enough to make 2 pocket shawls. And this is super nice. I almost really don't want to use that Impeccable to make a pocket shawl. I really just don't. I'm kind of really thinking about that because it's just not as soft. It's okay, but it's just not as soft as, say, this or the Charisma. I mean, really, just really feeling it. It is really a nice yarn. But that's enough to make 2. And a set of sisters is are getting those 2. They want the same color, the same thing. I'm like, okay. Now, I really decided I was going to get that one yarn from Hobby Lobby for the black pocket shawl that I wanted to make for my aunt. I think last week I missed out on the 30% off on all yarn. So I'm going to have to wait another week or so for that to go on sale. That's fine. I got plenty to keep me busy. But I got to get hoofing on the wraps and the shawls because it's going to be cold soon. And I mean, I know we got a little ways to go, but we're already down in the 90s. We might have the occasional day that gets really super hot, but you know, 90s is not bad here. That means that the mornings are still a little bit on the cool side. It's warm enough to go swimming outside if you'd like, but you know, it's not like intolerable. It's tolerable. We'll just say that. You know, people were all over the park on Saturday. I mean, seriously, we saw a ton of people out on the park. We went to another park that's right across the way from a Whole Foods, and we were going to go get us a juice, but we decided we were going to get sushi instead. And the only sushi you can eat on this diet is you have to do the sashimi, which just means it's just straight up raw fish. And it was good. And I like sushi. I mean, it's really good. If it's made well, if you get a good quality sushi, it's really, really worth it. I know some of you are like, ugh, sushi, ugh. No, I love it. And I made like a little dipping sauce. We brought it home, which was a mistake because as soon as we brought it home, like, you know, the kids descended on us like vultures. And we're like, can we have a piece? They're like, can we have a piece? Can we have a piece? And I'm like, no, this is ours. We walked 8 miles in 2 days. No, this is ours. We deserve this. And, but I made a little sauce with coconut aminos. And coconut aminos, a lot of people don't know this, it's like a soy sauce substitute because on this special diet is anti-inflammatory diet. You're not supposed to have any kind of legumes, and soy is a legume. And some people actually have problems with, you know, ingesting soy, but coconut aminos or the same as like, you know, liquid aminos, like Bragg's makes, but Bragg's actually uses soy. His aminos are soy. But the coconut aminos are pretty good, but they're very sweet. And what they are actually made from is the sap from a coconut tree. And it's, I don't know the process, I just know that's what it's made from. It's the sap of a coconut tree. And it's not half bad. It's pretty good, and I just chopped up some fresh ginger in it and a few drops of toasted sesame oil, and it was muy delicioso. I loved it. It was really good. And I just kind of went on that for like half the day. But I was so worn out from walking. I mean, seriously, I was crazy, crazy tired. Like at 8 o'clock, I was already yawning and I was wanting to go to sleep. But I probably still didn't go to bed, and I mean, actually fall asleep until about like 11. I swear to you. And then this morning, I had tummy issues, and I'm not sure what caused the tummy issues. I have a couple suspicions of what it could have been, but these tummy issues woke me up at like 5 o'clock this morning. And luckily, I was able to go back to sleep, but I don't know what caused it. And it could have been a tea that I drank. It could have been the sushi itself, which I don't think it was, because then somebody else in the house would have come down with the same issue. So I'm thinking it could have been that. It could have been something else. I don't know. It could have been something from the previous night. I don't know. It's so hard to say sometimes, but I'm feeling better today, and I'm actually down. I'm down in weight. I went down. I've probably lost anywhere between half a pound to a full pound for this entire week, because my weight fluctuates. It goes up or down a half pound to a pound, and it can in a day. It can based on water weight, or other factors too. So like how much sodium you've had, etc. It just really, water weight's a really really thing, So anyway, so that's it for today. I wanted to get on here and before everybody came back from their little day trip, and where I just wasn't, extremely tired. I had been procrastinating all day, but it was so nice. I was like, oh. But I gotta go downstairs and start cooking dinner, so when they come home, they'll have something to eat. And I do a little cleaning, a little tidying up. That would, I don't want to get that. What, you didn't do anything all day? I said, that's right, I did nothing all day. I loved it. But I don't want to hear that, so anyway, that's it for today, and I guess I'll see or talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good day. Bye.